What's up, everybody? Today we are working on what looks like to be a half helmet, like a baseball cap style. Plan is here, I'm going to do like a really bright mini truck style on this. We'll do different patterns, different effects and stuff like that. One thing I am going to do that's a little bit different that you're definitely going to want to stick around for is the way that I'm going to be applying this Harley-Davidson logo to the back right here. I'm going to be kind of like pre-planning how the color is going to be laid out before I lay down this graphic. So stick around for that, because I'm pretty sure you're going to learn something here. Maybe not, but nevertheless, this may give you a different perspective on maybe how to do your next job or how to do this particular thing. Because the first time I did it, I'm like, oh man, I should do more of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it here. We're gonna do some colors on this thing, but this is just, it just comes gloss black. You get them on Amazon through the Lime line there. You'll find the links down in the description. But I'm just taking this and knocking it down. Just scuffing it up with the 600 pad. That way it gives the paint has something to stick to. You just can't paint directly onto the glossy surface. You have to have some kind of an etch. And this is a 600 grit pad here that we're just knocking down the gloss. Now we're gonna go right over this. What this says is a dot sticker. There's no way this helmet is dot, by the way. So I'm just gonna go. I could probably take that off with a razor blade. I'm just gonna leave it. But we do have to make sure that all the gloss is knocked off of it, and we have somewhat of an etch into the paint there, so the next layers have something to stick to, like I was saying. We're painting up underneath here too, so you want to make sure you get all your edges, because there's nothing worse than like getting done with painting and then pulling your tape and the paint comes with it. And the reason is almost always is because it wasn't prepped right. Whether it wasn't clean dry or it just didn't have anything to stick to, because paint's not going to want to stick to like these areas. If you don't sand these, give them something, paint's not going to want to stick to that. Same thing with these edges. You want to make sure you hit those. Sounds terrible. Bowling ball? Yeah, how would you clear that? Hang it by the one of the holes. That'd be a tough one. Possible though, for sure. Okay, looks like we got that knocked down good enough. And take some prep all, wax and grease remover, whatever you want to use, just to get off the oils and stuff like that. Because that would be the other reason, besides not sanding it, that would be the other reason why the paint wouldn't stick. I like the aerosol cans because you can just saturate it and then wipe it down, rather than sometimes you can just buy it in the gallon. It lasts longer if you buy it in the gallon. Put a little bit on a rag. Yeah, it's a sponge, 600 grit, lime line. You can find it on Amazon. You just type in lime line, or you'll find the links pretty much in every, like on my Instagram, or you should find it down in the description. If you don't see it now, you'll see it at the end of the video. You know what we should start doing is put it in the comments. That's what we should do. That should be our first comment on there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, we're learning. Okay, so look at that. It's a little glossy right there. We're going to go ahead and leave it. But if that was a bike, like a fender or a tank, you would never want to leave that. It's too risky. You don't want your paint coming back on you just because you got lazy and didn't decide to sand in that dip a little bit. You know, say like that was a fender edge. You know, it's just easy just to hit it. Like we should do it on this, but I'm not going to because we're live and we want to keep these things under 2 hours. So we're going to do that. But okay, so I have this sanded and cleaned, which is great. Now, next step, I know I'm going to use this Harley Davidson logo. I just cut this out on a Cricut maker. Pretty easy. I can give you the link to where I got this PDF. I can't remember. I think it's a DXF. It goes right into the Cricut and you can print them right out. So check in the description after. I'll be able to either tonight or tomorrow or in the next video. You'll see it. I'll have a link to this. But my plan was so we can either put it in the front or we can put it in the back. I always wear my hats backwards, so I'd rather just put it back here like that. Hopefully it's not too big. It's a little bigger than I imagined it, but it's the only one I got, so we're gonna go with it. I'd probably print that a little smaller at this point, but we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna lay that down, but first I want to lay out my graphics, and like I said, I want to get some color down before I lay this stencil down. That way, when I peel this off, we're not leaving the outline black. We're gonna leave the outline a color that we decided to do. Like I kind of want to do a color fade in here, and then we'll go black and we'll outline everything in black. But we do want to use this as reference because we know that that's going to go there. Our rest of our design is going to have to kind of come up through. It's going to do a lot of wild stuff. We'll just do whatever we think looks good. I don't know. I've only painted one of these helmets, not in this style. It's just in the flame style. So this will be kind of new for me too. But we'll see how we can do. We'll make this one good. But definitely you'll learn something here when we apply this logo over the back.
Someone said, could you spray some Bulldog on it?
Yeah, you could spray Bulldog on it. I wouldn't though. I don't see any reason why you'd do that.
And then some people are saying Harley isn't copyrighted, and then they're saying just curious what brands are free from copyright. You can use that.
Well, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure if you're just doing it like one-off, like doing a paint job and then you're using it to put Harley Davidson on there, you're not going to have a problem. If you're trying to sell the images or do something crazy like that, like say you're looking to sell the prints of it and make money off of it, then you're probably going to have a problem, or maybe you won't. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm sure you would be okay just using it here and there. As an artist, I don't see no problem with doing that. I've been doing it for a long time. Everybody really does it. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Someone said that it gets black to try to sell on eBay.
Yeah, I've never had that problem. But could be. I don't know. So I'm just trying to follow. I'm not really doing anything now. I'm just trying to make a shape. So I felt like that was good. Like I kind of just went over, made a peak here. I'm using the 1/8 inch. I could use 16th inch too, but 1/8 inch is fine as well. The nice thing about using the 16th inch at this, it's easier to cut your edges because you got just little. It's easier to hit your mark, I guess. All right, that looks good. So let's see. Now I'm just gonna. Now that I got my first line, I feel like that looks good, and I'm just gonna break off another one.
Someone asked if we're doing a giveaway tonight.
Huh. Yeah, we should give away one of these helmets. What do you think? I'm gonna go ahead and just run this one right across.
Yeah, but we got to think of something because people get mad when we do the race thing. So we got to think of something else.
I know something we can do.
Something different?
Yeah, it'd be fair.
Okay.
So we'll do it. We'll do it in a little bit. We'll give away one of these helmets.
Okay,
And some
so
tape. And some tape and some other stuff with it.
okay, so unpainted helmet.
Yeah, unpainted helmet. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of. I wasn't sure. I was going to come up over here and then just make like one panel right here off of that. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I just started right here off of that, because you don't necessarily have to finish it up. You can just do a couple lines. Once everything's looking good, just go with it.
Someone said pick a number 1 through 100. And then someone else said I did a flake and candy on a friend's PlayStation 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Using the Limelight products and techniques. He said it turned out pretty awesome.
Really? Yeah, send me some pictures of that. I've been wanting to do something like that. So that looks good. So I would have, like, usually, like I said, I'll just lay down a line. If it looks good, I'll go with it. If I don't like it, I'll just pull it off and try something else. Looks like I cut that one a little funky. Let's see. All right, we'll leave those for a second. That's looking great. Let's go ahead and see. I'm loving this curve right here, the way this is flowing. I feel like we should keep going with that maybe, and we'll just kind of come up through there, and then after that we'll stop, because we will finish off this, and then we'll figure out if we do want to roll this same design up underneath or what we want to do. But we're just getting some lines that look good, that flow along with the hat. I feel like if we just kind of follow the same right there and let that one flow all the way through. I don't want to go too crazy. I want it to look still kind of flowy. I don't want to have, you know, stuff everywhere. Or maybe I do. I don't know. That's kind of how the graphics go with these, but I'm liking the flow right there. I'm going to follow this ridge right here that we didn't sand very good.
Somebody said, the person that painted the PlayStation said the next project is a couple fire extinguishers.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone said, since I got you live, do you like genuine silver leaf? It drove me up a wall. Genuine?
Silver leaf? I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Genuine?
Yeah.
The R&B singer?
Probably not.
Genuine. No, you know, it's the best stuff that spins is aluminum, really. It's silver leaf, it's silver leaf, but it's actually aluminum. And aluminum is what spins really, really well. If you're getting original, I mean, it's just coming from me and with what I know. Other people probably say something different. But real leaf and real gold leaf doesn't spin like imitation leaf. You know, everybody wants to say they have like real gold leaf. That's fine, but it's not going to look as good. You know, it just doesn't spin very well. I've tried a lot of different stuff. It's just the real stuff just doesn't do it. It's the aluminum that spins so good. It's because it's aluminum, I think. It spins good, right? I don't know. I'm no chemist. I'm not a lawyer or a chemist. I don't know. I just know what works for me, and never had luck with the real genuine. Even though I love his music. It's good.
Somebody else just said, let me see. Have you been asked to paint a goalie helmet for your local hockey team? Good Lord, I couldn't say
We don't
that.
have hockey here.
We have hockey.
We do? What? Who? Oh, yeah, we do.
The Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, we do have Grizzlies.
But you did paint some hockey
No, yeah, I did. Yes.
helmets and catcher helmets.
Hockey. Yeah, I did. Goalie's helmet. Yeah, they're.
And didn't you paint some for Nitro Circus too?
Oh, yeah. I did. Let me see how this looks right here. I just ran this across. Looks a little crooked. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go back to that. I'm liking the way that's. I'm not going to get too carried away with the bill. I'm loving this, though. So far, so good. I'm going to go ahead and trim this.
Have you heard anything on the spinners?
Yeah, I heard that they're stuck at an airport somewhere.
Freaking
Annoying. We're supposed to have them like a month ago. Someone said that he's been on our site every single day looking for those spinner tools.
Thanks. Okay, so let's see. So I'm trying to do something here to like to make that same curve. It's just not jiving with me. What we'll go ahead and do is that could be all right, that can be that. We're good with that. I'm gonna go ahead and come off if nothing's looking good, I'll go ahead and come up like back here and do something else until I could build into it. One thing I do, like I said, we are using this. So we don't want to really cross over that. So what I'll do is kind of line that up right there. Looks good. Maybe create a point right there.
Someone said, I haven't seen you use a marker for making grid lines. Can you do that one day?
Huh. I guess he's going to have to elaborate more on that. Grid lines? I don't think I've really ever done grid lines. With a marker? Huh.
Then,
No, maybe there's something I don't know.
And then someone said, have you tried, I'm not going to say this right, Lumalure yet?
Haven't tried it, no.
Was that the glow-in-the-dark paint?
Uh-huh. Well, no, it's actually the light-up electrical paint.
Oh.
But it is glow-in-the-dark, though, you're right.
I know a little bit, huh?
A little bit better than glow-in-the-dark. Literally glow. All right, I'm going to put that little shark mouth right here. It kind of just bends in, back out. Trim it right here. Right there. Yeah, I'm liking that line. I might actually come off one more time, like right there, or maybe I'll come through it. Let's see how this Harley Davidson. I might have Might need to shorten that just a little bit.
Someone says, I didn't catch her in the beginning. Just wondering if you need to spray adhesive promoter or anything on it.
No, you just got to scuff it up. Preferably with 600 grit. 800 grit's fine too. Or 1200 grit, really. Oh, that's probably good enough too. Okay, so what's what we got so far? Let's go ahead and trim these up because we know we're loving these lines.
For the grid marker, he said, fine line painting, they use grid lines sometimes when they want same image for both sides, but I think it can be done with tape as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do a tape. I usually just use a piece of tape in the length. Like if I was going directly down the center, put it on both sides, and I just measure it like I would like a piece of string. You know, that's how I do it.
Use a white marker.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty intense. I feel like a lot of stuff can be eyeballed and you can get away with it, but it depends on how perfect you want it, you know. Okay, looking good. Make sure we have the room here. Okay, that'll work. Let's do something up, like maybe coming up this way. Cover up some room here. Get that out of the way. And you know, maybe we'll just come like way. We're gonna overlap a little bit right here. Bring that, so we're going to bring this all the way up into that panel right there.
Someone said they just wanted to give you props, that he said he watched your channel and then he watched the Craig Fraser interview. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, right on. That's been a while now.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll look good. That's going to cross up over like both of those. We'll end up trimming that. Grab our trusty X-Acto. Follow that tape line right there. And then we'll trim these out.
Someone has a question. They just said they're about to paint their first Road Warrior fairing. They want to know if you would paint the ABS plastic before the paint or just scuff the black and start painting.
That I think is a couple of people have mentioned adhesion promoter up to this point, and that would probably be a good candidate for adhesion promoter. I would, if you're not going to primer it with some kind of an epoxy or something. It all kind of depends on what it's. I can't really remember what they're coated with. If they have some kind of a coating on them, I would probably just go straight with adhesion promoter. Really light coats though, like get it clean, get it scuffed, really good, really clean. Hit it with a couple light coats of that adhesion promoter, Bulldog or something like that, and then directly to paint after that. That's how I would do it. Some people would. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but another way would be just hit it with epoxy primer, and that'll definitely help you out too if you're worried about adhesion. But I feel like, you know, as long as that adhesion promoter is used properly and not sprayed too heavy, like you don't want to get it 100% coverage. You want to get it like 75% coverage. So like do one light coat, 2 light coats, and maybe a 3rd light coat if you want, but just a little bit. But yeah, so now I got to talk about adhesion promoter there. People have been asking. But yeah, I wouldn't do it on this because I'm doing graphics on top of it. If I was laying down paint over the top of it, then I would do adhesion promoter, maybe. I've already painted one of these and they've just been fine just by doing it this way. So this is how I would recommend doing it. I wouldn't spray anything on top of this helmet before you do the graphics.
Someone said, how can you tell if you're cutting the tape and not the surface?
The surface is pretty hard, and you just get good at it. I would say if you're new, just cut a little bit and then see if it cut or not. Maybe cut it again a couple of times. Be patient with it, and then you'll get the feel. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit more here, though. I feel like, because that's a lot of. We need something. Okay, let's see. Let's bring the Harley back. Okay, got a little close right there. Maybe if that'll overlap, maybe that'll be fine. Okay, so we know that's going there. We're probably gonna want to bring like maybe something through here. Oh, maybe something through here. And then we'll kind of go from there. That might be it. Maybe we'll do something else. Let's see.
Larry gave you a $20 super chat, and he said,
hell yeah,
that would have taken him 4 tries and 2 hours to tape that much. And he just said, thanks for your time and for the education.
Yeah, appreciate that, Larry. Was that one of the winners? We didn't tell somebody. First one to super chat wins. That's it.
That's the winner?
That's one of them. There's 2. So Larry won. Hey, so Larry, hit me up on Instagram. We're gonna get you one of these helmets. We're gonna get you some tape, and I'll figure out what else will go in there for you. But yeah, hit me, Larry. So for real, hit me up on Instagram if you have Instagram. If not, you can just comment on this video after, and just let me know it's you, and we'll get a hold of you and get your address. Okay, what was I doing here? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Here, let's go.
Huh.
Someone wants to know if you'll paint their tank and fenders.
It's just one tank and one fender?
He said, best way to contact you to get my tank and fenders painted.
Oh, somebody here can probably do it for you. I don't know. Chime in if anybody needs the work who can do it. I don't know. What are you looking to do? Because I'm not really taking on any work anymore, but I could probably hook you up with somebody that can, or there's somebody here that can do it. Who can do it that I saw online today? Brown. James Brown on Instagram. James Brown can do it. Yeah. He does good. He does really good work. A lot of people do good work. I literally get messages all the time, like people that are trying to make it happen, you know, in the paint world and make it a full-time gig for them. They're just doing the work and doing the part-time hustle, and their work is turning out phenomenal. It's like everyone's getting better. I can't keep all the names straight, who's who, but yeah, there is some good painters out there. Okay, we'll go ahead and cut that.
Someone said, applying the transfer, can it be laid on last after the graphics?
Yes, it can. Yeah, the transfer you're gonna want to lay on sanded, like something sanded and is really smooth like this. That way it has something to suck to and really stick. Heat that up with the heat gun, and then it'll stick it sticks good. But yeah, I've had a lot of questions about that too. People having problems with adhesion. And sometimes you gotta wrestle. Like sometimes I'll do it a couple of times before I'm happy with it. Even though I've done it many of times. But with the image transfer, just be patient with it. Okay, check that out. All right, so we have...
Darren just gave you a $20 super chat.
Who? Darren? Darren? The Darren I know? Oh, Darren. This is Darren, huh?
Yeah, well, I know I've seen his name in order, so I know he ordered like a week or 2 weeks ago or something, and he was on last time.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, check that out. So now we have a little bit of overlap here. That's looking great. All of this is going to be kind of our background. Everything, everywhere where we laid the 1/8 inch tape is going to be black. And if you guys seen my previous lives, you've seen that I've done these the same way. You know, wherever the tape is laid, that's going to stay black. And we're going to go ahead and drown this thing with white base coat with the airbrush here in just a second. But I feel like we're going to need to at least panel out the bottom of that, so we can put a pattern down there. But I feel like it's looking pretty clean. It's not too busy. I'll probably do a little bit more if we wanted to get really crazy with it. But I think you guys are going to get the point for this.
You thought you weren't going to cross into where the Harley's going to be.
No, I didn't. Oh, no, it doesn't go that high. I don't think it goes that high. I did forget to clean underneath this helmet, though.
Austin said he tried to paint that Captain America bike a few lives back, but didn't work. So maybe, let's see, Everyday Adventures. Maybe you can get with Austin.
Captain America?
Yeah, I remember we talked about that Captain America bike.
Oh, yeah.
Back, maybe 4 or so back.
That sounds fun, actually, that paint job. Yeah, but anytime, if like whoever can do the work and somebody needs work done, chime in. We can make the connection here.
Somebody asked, what do you do with all these when you're done?
They're just piled on my table right next to me over here. I need to hang them up. I wanted to keep them, so I kind of have yeah, I don't know why. Just so I have something to show for what I'm doing, I guess. I was going to give some of them away, but I like to put dates on them, I guess, maybe.
Some are hung.
Some are hung. Yep.
Someone said it would be cool to see your work on a bicycle, like a lowrider bicycle.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing one of those coming up. Right? At least in the next couple of years. But yeah, that sounds fun. I like the bikes that have, they're like filled in and it has like the thicker frames. Molded. I guess you'd call them like a molded frame. More surface area to paint, I guess. That's why I would prefer that myself. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. That's yeah, I appreciate that so much. Let me know if you guys need any, if you have any questions about anything. I'm always here to help. Oh, there we go. A little crazy there. All right. So I wanted to at least panel that out at minimum. I do want to put a little bit of 16th inch tape around this. So we got 16th inch tape, which is half the size. So we were working with 1/8 inch. Now we got 16th. And let's see. So what I'm going to do is just, so since I'm not going to do anything coming through here, we're just going to leave this a blank panel. I at least want to hit it with 16th to kind of finish off that edge. And what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on this distance between these two. And that's really what I'm looking at the whole time. So I have my tape like this, you know, and I'm just kind of steering it, looking at the negative space between the two tapes right there. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Well, I'll show you when we're all done that even if it's not perfect, it's going to look pretty dang close to being perfect, to where most people wouldn't notice. And then we'll run one more right there. Once again, meeting it across. Oh, see, got a little close there. Gonna back it up. These helmets are a little more difficult because, like it'd probably be better if I had it on a roll of tape. Here, let me see. I'll grab a roll of tape real quick. It's like rocking all over the place. I'm making it work just fine, but it's a little more challenging with these helmets. It's like half a bowling ball. Couldn't imagine doing a whole bowling ball. We'll just trim. So I'm going to just trim right on the tape right there. And then I'm going to follow, before pulling that line off, I'm going to follow that tape line, go straight down. Hopefully that was enough. Let's see. Here we go. See how clean that is right there? Nice. Okay. That looks great.
Someone asked if you're familiar with the Asian lowrider painting scene, including custom paint. He just said some of their paint jobs are off the chain.
Oh, yeah.
He said everyone should check it out. They're pretty cool.
Who is it?
Chris said that. If he's just asked if you're familiar with the Asian lowrider painting scene.
I haven't really. Yes, I have seen it. If it's the ones with the big old pipes that are sticking out of the back, that are all huge, those things are amazing. I love them. I would love to see them, and like I know they do like I don't know if it's the same thing you're talking about, but they're awesome. They do like a lot of like parades and stuff. Okay. Usually maybe I would probably come up through here. Should I do that? Maybe one more? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do one more just coming up through here. That way we have a little bit of overlap coming up here, and then I think we'll be finished.
Someone asked if you ever painted a bowling pin.
I haven't painted a bowling pin either, no.
Or a bowling ball.
Nope.
That'd be tricky.
I like bowling though. It's pretty fun.
Bowling ball, it has a lot of sparkle to them.
True. But I feel like people are expecting the sparkle. It'll be less of an impact. You know? It's like a bowling ball. People will be like, oh. Looks like a flake bowling ball. It's like normal. Or even if you marbleized a bowling ball. Bowling balls are pretty amazing by themselves almost. Okay, I feel like that'll be enough. Maybe I could have went out a little farther, but we're fine.
What about clothing? Have you ever painted clothing?
Not really, no. A couple t-shirts maybe.
You painted me.
Yeah, I did.
Tattooed my arms.
Body paint.
Yes.
That was fun.
It's cold.
The paint's cold. How long did you sit there?
Hours. Hours. It was cold. The air from the airbrush was cold on my skin.
You're probably getting all like the oil from the old compressor. You survived.
I did survive. It was fun.
That was the only time I did it though, huh? We never did it again.
Yeah, you only did it once.
I bet that paint's all dried up now. See, sometimes you have to cut this twice because I didn't quite push hard enough. Just kind of taking it easy on it. Okay, that looks better. So now we got a little bit of overlap here. We're going to be able to put a really nice drop shadow there. But we are at the point where I think we're ready to lay down some white paint and get this kind of based out. I'm not going to base. You could take the whole. You could take the white and just spray the whole helmet, but we're not going to do that. We'll hit it with the airbrush, kind of give it a little bit of texture, and see what we can do.
Slickwork says body paint airbrush at Mardi Gras is my dream job, but for some reason my wife doesn't support my dream.
That's hilarious.
And then Travis from Shine Custom said, I did some face painting once. Used too high of air pressure. Their lips kept flapping.
Why did that just paint the best picture for me? Okay, my airbrush been spraying like crap lately. Oh, it still is. Okay, but we're gonna make it through. I got a new one on the way, but it's gonna be here tomorrow. But it's just Iwata Neo, white base coat. Please spray all right. Okay, that's gonna be fine. We're gonna make it. White base coat, thinned out with urethane reducer. And I'm just gonna kind of follow the tape lines. Kind of dust it on there.
While you paint real quick, I'm gonna run and go get another.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Beer.
Tear it up. Babe, you don't have to run. Be careful. You're all right. Oh, we should be all right. Let's see here. Spilt. That wasn't too bad. Oh, what's going on here? All right, so here we're gonna learn something here. Obviously, I have a plugged cap. That's why if you ever had that happen before, let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, I got it. Yeah, and we got some serious back pressure too. I have dropped this thing a couple of times and have since kind of like bent the needle back. But we're gonna make it through this thing. I'm hoping it doesn't keep doing that. Just kind of lightly filling in each of the panels. You see how, like, so I'm following this line right here. I'm kind of filling this in, but I'm doing these dagger strokes that are kind of like diagonal. That way it's different than what I'll do here. So it kind of looks like it's a different, kind of just a different texture, I guess. Different look. Because we want to make it look kind of 3D, that some of the designs will come up like whipping over the top, like this one. So see how this one's going this way? Well, this one, maybe I'll go, this way, and maybe hit it a little bit more, making it look a little bit different. I mean, really, anything goes really at this point. We're trying to get some color down, some white to make the colors pop a little bit more once they're laid down. This step probably isn't even necessary. You could do it just straight to pigment, but this is definitely going to help make those colors, like I said, a little bit brighter. You can dump it out the window.
That was a close one. What happened when I was gone?
I didn't think anybody was going to say anything.
Someone said that was a close one. What'd you do? What happened here? And then someone
we
said,
will never tell.
And then someone said, I'm out of breath. Let's see. Wrap a Christmas tree with lime tape and spray paint the tree. Someone said splatter paint. Someone said, I'd like to see a video of how to fix mistakes. You must have did something wrong. What happened? Someone's going to tell on you. Someone said your airbrush needs a deep clean.
It needs to be cleaned?
Needs a deep clean.
Oh, yeah. It needs a replacing.
Getting a whole new one.
Yeah, they're only $75. I mean, only, but that's kind of a lot still. But I think I've had this one for like 8 months or something. And I've been going back and forth with waterborne and the glue and a bunch of other stuff. And like I said, I've dropped it a couple of times and have had to. I just don't buy parts for them. I'd just rather just buy a new one, because by the time you buy the parts, it's like $45, and then another $35, you got another airbrush. So if I buy 2 or 3 a year, I'm pretty happy with that. They were microns, and they were like, I can't remember how much a micron is, but like 400 something. That would suck. So that's why I don't do that. And it's not needed. You wouldn't even risk. If you had a micron, then yeah, and that's the only thing you had. But doing stuff like this, just don't even get that thing out. This thing can have splatter on it. It don't need to be perfect. And even then, with a good working airbrush with a Neo, you're just fine. It's unnecessary getting all that. Don't spend that money unless you are really wanting to get the fine detail and you want a really, like, it is a nice airbrush. I ain't gonna lie. It is the nicest airbrush. And they're really fun and nice to have. Would I buy another one? No. And like I said, I had one and I could probably rebuild it, but I'm on to the cheapo Neos. I like them. And I like to show the fact that they work just as good. They're just not quite as comfy.
Someone said you should have a lid painting contest.
Yeah, that's brilliant. We should. We're going to get rid of this dot because there is no way that this thing is DOT. It is not saving nothing. If you buy this helmet and you hit your head in a wreck, This thing ain't doing nothing.
Someone said for your birthday you should paint a cake.
Paint a cake? That would be fun.
And then someone said try the PS771. Sprays like my Micron. $225. Sprays like a $500 Micron.
Yeah. What kind of airbrush? Oh.
Try the PS771.
Pache? I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Larry wants to know what kind of beer I'm drinking.
Ooh, let him
show
know.
you.
Can you read it?
Well, let's see. We're doing a German beer countdown calendar. So it's a beer a day. We're 4 beers behind. So this is what I'm drinking.
Oh, you gotta put it way in here. What is it? Hell.
It's a hell.
Oh.
Well, it's German. Anybody can read German.
Is hell good in German?
Yes.
'Cause
That was
I've
the first beer we had.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that because the other beer was hell too.
Yeah, it's good.
So hell's good?
It's good.
Only in Germany.
I'm gonna take a sip right now. Oh yeah, good. Had to say it.
Hell yeah, it's good. Someone wants to know, do you have a bike you ride or do you just paint them?
Yeah, I have a shovel head.
Yes, 4 bike.
1983 shovel head. Sturgis edition. It's painted up kind of like this. I have an FXR too. It's kind of just sits here. A bagger that I don't ride.
Yeah, he has several bikes he don't ride.
No,
they're just to
they
look
just
at.
sit there.
Too busy, I guess. I tell him, go on a ride with the boys.
Too busy painting.
Somebody said that airbrush is a Creos or Creo. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Creos? Have you heard of that?
It's what? It's Frios?
Yeah. Not Fritos.
I don't know what you're saying.
That airbrush, the PS771, he said is a Creos. Creos. Or I don't know how to say it.
I'll have to look that up.
Not a Frito.
Well, I'm going to remember Frito and then look up Credo.
Creos. There's no T.
Ah, this ain't going to work.
There's no T.
I just don't see this working up. We're going to look it up now.
Someone said, have you tried the Iwata that sprays a fan pattern? It's got a regular style trigger.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't. And I just haven't, forgot they even had that till you said something.
Was that when we looked at SEMA? The bigger one? That guy was telling us about?
Was it an airbrush?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Who was it that we were talking to there? That dude, you know?
Uh,
From Counts Custom?
Oh, yeah. Ryan?
Long-haired guy?
Ryan. Somebody knows everybody knows who that guy is. Ryan off of Counts Customs. Ryan, I can't remember his last name.
Got long hair in a braid.
His goatee's in his braid, not his hair. His goatee's in a braid. No.
Someone said, what's the best way of telling if the flake is buried or not when you clear over it?
What's the best way to what? Again, say it one more time.
What's the best way of telling if the flake is buried?
Oh. Well, you can kind of see by looking at an angle. You know, if you look at an angle at something at the reflection, you can see how bumpy it is. But generally, after the flake, if you keep clear coating it, if you keep like another 2 or 3 coats after that, then you should be fine. Just make sure they're pretty thick coats. If you're new to flaking, to metal flake, and you're a little bit timid with the clear coat, You may want, after it dries, to knock it down with a 600 grit. You don't necessarily have to get it completely smooth, and then hit it again with like another 3 or 4 coats of clear coat after it's dry and sanded. And then it's going to be smooth. So, I mean, like I said, if you're kind of timid with the clear and you're not really throwing down the clear like, you know, if somebody that's been doing it for a while, because they know their limits, they know the point to where right before it's going to run, they get it to that point. That's hard to do when you're brand new. So you have to side with less than more, unless you're willing to run it, which you don't want to do that. So you're always kind of siding with less. So in that case, if the next day when it's dry and it's still like really textured, you would just, like I said, knock it down with the 600 grit sanding sponge, or with just some 600 grit with your hand, clean it all up, and then shoot more clear coat on it. Wait for that to dry, and then you're good. All right, I'm still having some. We're going to work through these airbrush issues here.
Somebody says for line strokes, does it leave a ghosting effect under the finished product?
These strokes, yeah, they will. They will kind of leave a. It's not really a ghost. It's kind of like the base layer, the underpainting of the paint job. It will kind of have, and everything I do will kind of have that same dagger stroke going in that direction. This one will be going this way, and I kind of just go in different directions to make them look different. Because if you just hit it all the same, it would look all the same.
Someone said don't forget the bottom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't I get the bottom? Oh, look at that. Oh,
Mike.
little spill right there.
Mike from Soul Minded Creations is on your game.
All right, got the airbrush clean. All right, clean enough.
Somebody said the Creos are made in Japan.
Oh, that means they're good.
You thought it said Fritos, and someone else thought it said Oreos. No, they're just hungry, I think. Good Lord. Someone said get a Dyna Super Glide. You might want to ride more. And somebody said, if I was to come there, do you do any personal lessons?
Airbnb on my couch, in the shop couch. For $2.99, you can come stay on the couch and hang out. No, I've let people do that before, actually, so I would not necessarily say no.
Someone said if you use that Clear Armor UV clear, you will be done in 6 minutes. No shrinking with clear.
Yeah, maybe. That's all I got. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna let that go. We're just gonna forget about that. I know where I'm doing my paint splatter. Right there. That's the nice thing about these particular paint jobs is usually I wouldn't really try to do that. Like, I would really try to prevent stuff like that from happening if it was a customer's helmet or a customer's bike. We're just kind of fooling around here. Letting the mistakes happen because I'm good with it. And we'll just kind of work around it and see what we can do.
Somebody said,
How'd you get your bikes upstairs in the shop?
Good question. We got a little elevator setup that's hooked to our car lift. I think I have some videos of it. But it's a pretty cool little piece of engineering. Okay, that should be good. We got it. Let me kind of get that a little better. Get that dot out of there. Because this is not, there ain't no dot. Okay. So what I have here is a bunch of colors. We've used these before. If you've been on the lives before, you've probably seen these. So real quick, just to reiterate what this stuff is. Limeline base coat powder. This is base coat maker. This mixes with clear base coat, limeline or inner coat clear, or if you could really put them in your clear coat, but not really would be recommended. But there's like custom paint is all about breaking rules. So you could actually put these in clear coat and do some other stuff like that if you were wanting to. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but you know, you can see here mixed with inner coat clear, reduced with urethane reducer to make it sprayable. Usually 1-to-1 general rule, I guess. Kind of depends on what inner coat clear or what clear base coat you're using and what you're spraying out of. So let's see here. So I know right here I do want this to be the Harley-Davidson emblem. And the one thing I was stringing you guys all along for is the fact that we're going to lay down a color before we lay down our stencil in a way that will kind of make this a two-tone. So what I want to do is I'm going to kind of put that up there and see. All right, so the Harley, so the areas that I want to that are going to end up showing is where the green is. The white, once we pull the stencil off the backing, there's no stencil there, so whatever we end up spraying there is going to be the color. So we'll go ahead and hit that with black after the fact. So most people now would probably just go ahead and, you know, you could lay out the Harley-Davidson emblem, you would layer that with black, and then you would have the white and then the black. But what we're going to do is we're going to plan ahead. We're going to do, we got the Harley-Davidson here. We're going to kind of plan on doing some lighter colors up here and then fading them down darker. Same thing here, lighter, darker. We'll see if we can make something like that happen. But we're going to go ahead and plan for this particular stencil to lay out on top of a bed of these colors. And then once we black it out, we'll have something that looks hopefully pretty dang cool.
Somebody wants to know if you would offer a discount if they wanted to buy every base coat pigment color you have.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that. Just putting a pack together. I have a couple more coming, and they're just like a ghost pearl that I'll have. But I do plan on putting them together as a pack. But if you want to buy them earlier, just hit me up on Instagram and just let me know, and then I could. I was definitely gonna give out a fat discount with that too. So yeah, anybody interested, just hit me up. I can make something happen behind the scenes.
2 people want to know that.
2 people? Yeah. Yeah, just hit me up. Anybody can. Anybody, I'll give you guys all the same. I guess I can probably offer a pretty good discount.
Someone says they want to learn how to make the ripped open look.
The ripped? Oh yeah, it's like the first thing I learned when I learned how to airbrush was like the ripped look.
That's the guy that wants to know if you would teach him personally.
Oh. Yeah, I could probably do something similar to that on one of these lives. I was hoping to get into a little more stuff like that.
Someone asked if we carry any candy colors on Amazon storefront.
Candy's not quite yet, no. They're still getting tested and stuff like that.
Are you still have the winner in mind? Whatever you're gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is, so
somebody
surprise to all
does.
of us, huh?
Somebody does. We'll do it like 20 minutes before this is done. That way, if they don't get an answer, they can find the answer.
So what is it going to be like? You're going to be asking them a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a little harder than an emoji.
Somebody said that they don't have Instagram or Facebook or Twitter to ask you for the discount.
Oh, they don't? Yeah, just comment on this video after. Not the thread here. After this is all said and done, it will be saved. But that's probably the only way we could really get your info is through that way.
Or at our email.
Or email. Oh yeah, there you go. You want to type our email out there on the?
Yeah.
I forgot there was email.
Good thing I'm here to help.
Okay, we got some yellow. All right, hopefully this spray is halfway decent for me. All right, so now let me go ahead and line this back up again so I can kind of get a better eyeball on this. All right.
Somebody asked what kind of ventilation do you have set up?
I really don't have anything set up for the airbrush here. I do have ventilation in my paint booth when I'm spraying with a paint gun. But yeah, you know, there's really not much here besides we just got a natural kind of airflow. Really, you should probably be wearing a respirator. Sorry, babe.
Now you tell me. I've been sitting here for weeks and weeks.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit this with. Let's hit it with the pink. I was gonna hit it with the red or the orange, one of those two. But let's go with the pink. We got any questions on Amazon? Have you checked? We good on that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody on the Amazon?
Cheddar.
Cheddar's on the Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that's making a cool looking orange color up there. Whoa, got a little crazy right there. A little higher than I wanted to be. That's fine. All right, let's see if that's... yeah, not too bad. I'm going to go back with the yellow one more time before we lay out that stencil. Kind of blend in these colors a little bit more. Back with the the yellow. It'll kind of come through that right there. Yeah, see, really, these wisp marks are what is that focusing all right? Let me see if I can hit that and focus that. Oh, no. No, there we go. It's kind of having a hard time focusing because it's not, it's because of what it's trying to focus on. But you can see how they're kind of starting to blend together. I feel like that might be good enough. I could even go in there with a little bit of purple. But I think we're good with that. I just want to make sure we've got this tall enough here. And the edge is good enough. Okay.
Someone's wondering when about will the candies be available? 2023, 24?
Yeah, it'll be next year, probably. Probably April or something, I would say. If I was to guess. All right. Set that off right there. Grab some masking tape, or you can use transfer tape. I like to make it a little less sticky.
Someone said if you had to compare the clear coat that we sell, does it spray like a Sherwin-Williams or a PPG? Or what would you compare it to?
Which clear coat?
The Line.
Oh. Well, we don't really have clear coat yet. We have clear base coat. And the clear base coat's like what pretty much any intercoat clear base coat's going to be. But no, yeah, eventually there will be clear coat. I don't know it's going to be a higher end. It's definitely not going to be a low end because ain't nobody want to mess with the low end clear. All right, we're going to go ahead and see if we can do this to where, okay, prop this up. So we got our color laid down. We got our stencil weeded out. Now all we got to do is lay it out and not make it crooked. Let me get an eyeball on this. Let's see. Got one shot. I'm a little intimidated right now. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. A little bit lower. Okay, I'm committing to right there. going to be a little more difficult because it's on a curve. Like I said, I would have made this a little smaller because I knew it's going to be a little more difficult, but we'll make it happen.
Someone said, do you have to sand it before applying the transfer?
Yes. Gonna have a couple of wrinkles, but we'll stretch them out a little bit, fix them later. But since it's on a little bit of a curve there, it makes it a little more difficult. So once again, starting from the center, and trying to work that as smooth as possible. And if you're gonna have a wrinkle, just let it happen. You can repair the little stuff here in a second once we pull this tape off.
Someone asked what size is a limeline flake.
The limeline flake is a mixture of 0.008 and 0.004.
And someone said, have you ever tried to use hydrographics with painting?
Closest thing would be image transfer. That's the only thing I've done with a water slide. All right, I think I got that stuck down there good enough. Let's take off. Let's see if we can get this masking off. Just working a little bit at a time. That's why I if you saw me at first with the masking tape, I was kind of like trying to take some of the sticky off of it. Because if you don't do that, it makes this job even harder. Okay, that was intense. Get this stuck down, smooth it out, and then let's grab our X-Acto blade. We can kind of fix a couple of these areas that we're having problems with. Pull this up, work out that wrinkle. Take this, we'll go ahead and split it. Connect it back together. No harm done there. See how this kind of ridges up right here? We're going to want to split that too, because if not, that black paint is going to flow right underneath that. Looks like this got stretched out a little bit. Same thing right here. We're going to go ahead and cut that. Lift it up and then let it roll over the top a little bit right there. Cut that one. Lift that up. Looks like that's too much of a wrinkle there. We're going to cut that. Okay, we're getting close here. Let's put one right here. Close that gap. Close this gap. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get some black base coat. But first we kind of want to mask out these areas. So we're going to want to cover this in black, which is going to change the inside of these letters to black. And then also this outside is going to be faded out. All this is going to be black. We'll probably end up doing some kind of, maybe a ghost graphic. People have asked about a ghost graphic. Maybe we'll do something like that. But we do need to mask this out a little bit. That's not the tape I want. Let's...
Somebody said, how much of a visual difference is there between the crushed glass and the metal flake?
Quite a bit, actually. The crushed glass is a little harder to work with. You got to spray it out of a bigger gun. Takes a little bit more clear to kind of smooth it out, but it is a lighter shade. As like metal flakes is silver, the glass is more like a white. So it definitely makes the candies pop a little bit more. So if you're looking for something a little better, like to be just a little bit nicer, I'd probably go with the glass.
Someone said that someone needs to make some half tack tape.
What is it?
Someone needs to make some of the half tack tape for that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, usually transfer tape, like the regular transfer tape is the best for that. Usually, I just use what I got. I almost always make it work. Oops, put that back on there. All right.
Someone asked if you've ever mixed the crushed glass and the flake together to get the best of both.
I feel like it wouldn't. I would just do the glass alone. It gets to the point where you really just wouldn't be able to tell.
Someone said you're really going with the 80s thing. You got the half gloves. Fingerless gloves. And you don't know, but we've been commenting Wayne's World.
Wayne's World?
Yeah, we've been saying all those little things from the movie on here.
Hello, Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough masking. Maybe just a little bit more on these sides.
Colors and fingerless gloves right on, brother. Adam's really going all in the 80s theme.
Okay, it's running away from me. It's ready. All right, we have some black base coat. I'm going to thin it out with some urethane reducer. Got some orange paint here we need to clean out real quick. All right, let's go for it. You stay down. Just gonna get that filled in solid right there. Looks like we got probably had a little bit of black glow underneath that. All right, I think we got it close enough to where it's gonna look good. There could be a couple areas that kind of show through. I think it'll look just fine. Also, I was first thinking of going all the way through and maybe blacking all that out. maybe I'll just transition this right here into a color. Or, yeah, I could black it out too. Let me take another look at this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and black this all the way out. So I probably shouldn't even have laid white base coat on this to begin with. Would have saved me some time and some paint. But I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, so that's the thing, is I don't really plan anything out. I just kind of just go with what looks good. I kind of have a general idea what like patterns and stuff I want to use, colors I want to use, but I don't really know where I'm going to put everything, because a lot of people just get caught up in all that, like, and then they just don't get started because they just don't know. I guess they don't know how to finish it, you know? If you don't, some people, they don't know how to finish it. They just don't get it. They don't start. And hopefully that makes sense. You don't have to know exactly where you're going on a project to start it. Just go ahead and do something and go with it and learn from it. All right, there we go. Let me get a little more right here. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the stencil off. I know we got something blowing through right there. Sorry about that. Let's get back to, okay. We're trying to open up a window over there. All right, let's go ahead and pull that off. I'm sorry, what?
The window's frozen.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, a little bit right there. I kind of figure we would. We'd get a little bit under spray. But the contrast of that is what looks so great. Like if we were to use like a white behind that, it just wouldn't pop. Not like this. I mean, there's a couple of areas where I scratched it right there. But we can go back through and highlight these to kind of fix our errors. This part right here, we're gonna have to live with that.
Let's go.
So yeah, you kind of have the undercolors of, so we planned on, you know, masking this up. So instead of just having a one original color, we have a couple because we planned for it from the beginning. So hopefully you learned something there, if anything. Since we already have this black laid out, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a ghost graphic. Maybe... So I really like this cheetah print. I feel like it's a little too, like, in order to do it in realistic colors, like in the because I've done one. So I've done this before on this particular panel.
That's my favorite panel.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little too much on the helmet because this is kind of a dude's helmet. And I think I like the...
I could wear that helmet. Why is it a dude's helmet?
Because it might be my helmet.
Oh.
So I think that maybe just... I like the print, but maybe not in that color. So if I just did that in like a silver metallic, I feel like that's perfect. Like I love that. I love the print. I just don't necessarily like it in that. I mean, I don't know. I would wear that on my bike, but just probably not on my head. I don't know. Different about what I wear on my helmet, I guess.
Cool.
I don't know. Anybody else with me on that?
No, I like the cheetah.
All right, so I'll take some silver base coat here. A limelight.
Someone said it's giving him Macho Man Randy Savage vibes.
Yeah, I painted that helmet.
We did. I remember that. Didn't I do a section on it? I think we all did that all around.
I think you did the Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Okay, so I have some clear base coat here. And then we're going to put some of those. Oh. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. We just needed a little bit anyways. Mix that up.
You must have spilled earlier. Someone said you're spilling everything tonight. What'd you spill?
I don't know.
White. I can see it on the ground. Drip. Lots of it.
So I'm going to lay this out and then make sure I hold it in a spot. Don't want to really move it around. Just kind of dust the metallic over that, kind of giving it a little bit of a sparkle here and there. A little bit more. Yeah, that's going to look all right in the... It doesn't look too amazing right now. But once it has clear on it, that should look a lot better. I was expecting that to be a little nicer, a little better of an effect. But we're going to go with it because it is just the background. I was hoping I was going to make more of an impact than it did, but once there's clear on it, we'll see what really happens. I probably would have been happier if I did it in gold, to be honest. Now I think about it. Because I feel like that maybe would have, like... I don't know, it's too late now. We're not going back with black now. We're going to live with whatever this looks like, and it's going to be subtle anyway, so it's going to look great. It's better than being too bold, you know. Rather be a little bit too light. But yeah, that looks good. I got anything I'm missing there? No, that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and pull this layer of tape.
Favorite medium to paint on?
I would say I like chopper tanks. Like an alien tank or a wassail tank would probably be my favorite. We're just making sure I'm just pulling the masking and not the lines, because we need to keep those. Oh yeah, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. And I absolutely 100% should have done that. He should have told me earlier.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, well, you know, and the reason why we should have done that, now that you've said that, is because I have a black pinstripe underneath here. And it would be nice to be able to have some contrast between that side of the line. So we are going to have a little bit of an issue of going. You'll be able to see it because I feel like there's enough overspray. But, yeah, good looking out. I feel like that probably would have been a better option. But I'm not taping that back out again. We're going to... Too late on that one. We were 2 seconds too short. Is that right?
That one's good. That one's not. This one is, can't have it. This one's bad.
Okay, so we're going to go with another color here. We have... Let's go ahead and go with the yellow. I don't know. We'll go with yellow again. We do yellow and green. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit this front part right here with yellow. So I'm not going to mask it off. You can mask it off if you want. I'm going to try to speed things up a little bit and just get really close and lay down the paint just exactly where it needs to go. That's probably not an easy thing to do if you're brand new. So I would say definitely mask this off. Spend your time getting it nice and even. But we're going to live with just a little bit of overspray. And the fact that I can get up here really close definitely helps. Makes it a little faster. You can see how that white kind of gives it an undertone. You can still see those stripes in it. Kind of what I wanted. Yeah, you know, actually right. You're right. I could, you know, to be honest with you, I probably could just hit it with the silver and then it would be fine. If I did that before I did the other side, which I probably can do that. I probably will do that actually. All right, that's looking good. And maybe while we have the yellow in here, because we can use the yellow with the green, we can also use the yellow with the orange. And if we wanted to, we really could use the yellow with the purple. You just got to be a little more careful not to make it turn brown. Kind of depends on what pattern you're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one as well. You want to turn on that fan right there?
Is this not open?
Babe, it's... We'll go ahead and do the yellow. Actually, we'll go ahead and do the yellow underneath here as well. Yeah, is it on? No, that's other switch next to it.
Someone said, I'm curious where I can get Harley tanks even damaged, especially for practice on bodywork and painting at a reasonable price. Any ideas?
You're going to say that one more time.
Where he can get Harley tanks, even damaged ones, just to practice on?
eBay would probably be the best place.
And then someone said, when did you start custom painting? What age were you?
26? Was that 26?
Who knows? You don't even know how old you are right now. Who knows?
I was probably 26 or 27.
Let's see. Someone said, have you ever used candy black to make a murdered ghosted candy? Like where you only see the design under the candy black at certain angles?
Yeah, you can't use a candy brandy wine over black with a little bit of silver. We'll kind of do that same thing. That murdered candy kind of look. But yeah, I have done that, and it looks phenomenal. Okay, so we're still working on this thing. We got some yellow laid out in a couple different spots on the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and fill this up with some patterns here. Let me get that a little more yellow here.
Someone said your drop looks like a little skeleton head under there.
I'm sorry, what was it looking like? A what?
Your drop looks like a little skeleton head under the brim that you spilled the paint.
Oh.
Under the hat.
Don't notice.
Turn the hat around, babe.
Oh yeah, that right there? Oh yeah, it does.
Not the floor.
I was confused.
I know. I could tell. You're looking at the floor, all over at the floor. Oh my gosh. Someone said you could highlight all the tape lines with another color since you miss for your black pinstripes.
Oh yeah, probably could. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna lay out. I'm gonna do some green here. Got the yellow. That looks a little bit thick. A little bit of urethane reducer in there. No. We'll do it. We still got a minute.
Okay.
Wait, how long have we been on for so far?
An hour and 50 minutes.
How hour and 50?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cruise here. All right.
Yeah, but don't forget about that giveaway.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay.
We're not. We're still a little bit from this. So we have the Limeline lizard. What is that? Snake skin? Snake skin. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and. Hey, will you give me some more gloves? Let me switch out my gloves real quick. 'Cause I'm gonna spray all over my thumb, and I don't want that. Ugh, you ever tried putting gloves on a sweaty hand? That's terrible.
All the time.
Okay,
It's tricky.
back to it. We got the green there. Gonna line that up the way we want it. Looking pretty good. Hit it right here. And then I'm just going to give the edges on this side just a quick fade like I should have did on the black there. All right, we're going to switch this out for another color. We'll go with orange maybe. That looks super thick when I just poured that in there. So I'm going to put a little bit of urethane reducer in there. Shake it up. Okay, that's orange. Now, on this effect, I'm going to do this one's super easy. Where's that glass cleaner? Glass cleaner. Looks like I misplaced it. Well, I was going to go with the glass cleaner trick, but I cannot seem to find it. Huh. Oh, it's gone. Well, shoot, it's nowhere to be found. I'm going to go ahead and use, let's go ahead and fill this one up with a different stencil. I'll go ahead and use this like a slash grunge style here. What's that?
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's okay. We'll do that one another time. Maybe in that yellow box there might be some. Nope, out of luck. That looks cool. Go ahead and finish this off right here. Get a little bit more. As you can see, this color has a lot more contrast than what that green and yellow combo was. So you can kind of choose, which patterns you want to stand out, as much as you want. So you can use, obviously using green and yellow together is going to be a closer match than what the orange and the yellow is here. A lot more contrast. We'll go ahead and do the same thing right here. So that will kind of come out of there and then come back up through here. All right, not too bad. Let's go ahead and we'll mix up maybe some blue. We'll fill this up with a light blue color. What's that?
Purple or blue?
We'll do blue first because then we'll do purple on top. Right. Once again, if you're new, you probably want to mask this up. All right, that looks good. Don't need to be perfect. And maybe I will do not that one, but maybe I'll fill in these two pieces with blue as well. All right, we're getting closer. Looks a little sloppy right now, but once we pull those pinstripes, it'll tighten everything back up. Whoa.
Whoops, baby.
That's okay. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not even going to touch that. We'll let that dry. No problem. So we'll go ahead and get this loaded up with purple. Somewhere I should have that. Honeycomb? Yeah, there was a honeycomb sitting right here somewhere. Not that one. Oh, I got it. It's right here. All right, I have a honeycomb stencil, and I really, I'm going to do this the easy way. I'm just going to use the outside of it. And hopefully I can reuse this a few times. Just wants to stick to me. It's that fan.
Oh, I can turn it off.
Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. Just leave it. This wasn't the purple I was planning on using. This is a metallic purple. This is not the bright purple, but it'll work anyways. It'll be fine. You see, it's a metallic purple. Must have grabbed the wrong one. It's okay. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, that looks great. Yes, phenomenal. So clean. That's not overspray. That's just a little bit of dust. That'll go away. Let's go ahead and gonna match that up right there. Right there, perfect. Whoops. Oh, yeah, very nice. I like that. Let's go ahead and we'll stick a little tape under here. I did touch the wet paint right there a little bit. It's going to make a little bit of a mark. Wasn't smart. You know, I'm going to hit that with a metallic purple right here. You know, we talked about making it silver. Look at that. Fixed my problem. Yeah. A little bit of blue paint there I spilled. Yeah, you can. Stencil comes in a pack with all of them in it, all 7. 6 or 7. The honeycomb you can get as well. These are vinyl stencils, and also the plastic reusable stencils are there as well. We got blue here. Oh yeah, this is one right here. Let's go ahead, and since I got all those water, or those, we can just do some yeah, I mean, I wish we had that glass cleaner. Let's do something that would... Yeah, I don't know where he's at. This will hide it pretty good. I got this wood grain here. I love that swoop right there, so we'll go with that. Kind of line that up with the drops. And that'll blend in just nice. That'll work. Can hardly even tell, except for right there. We can actually scratch that back, take that paint off after it's dry. If we want, I'm going to end up leaving it. So what else we got here? We got 1, 2, 3. It's all big one. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What colors we got? We're going to do, let's go back to yellow real quick, because that's going to be, yellow is always the best color to start with, because you can add a lot of different colors on top, and you'd have a lot of contrast. Like you wouldn't lay down purple and then put yellow on top of purple, because you're not going to see anything.
Looks like his trapper keeper.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, back with the yellow. This one's definitely, this one right here would be perfect. Maybe on these ones we'll do yellow and pink. I've painted over chrome before. I would 80 grit it and then hit it with like an epoxy primer or sandable primer or something like that. But yeah, you can. You just got to really etch into it. Got some pink. We're going to do some pink zebra. Is that what this is, babe? Yep, zebra. Nope, this is the zebra. Find a good spot on here. Maybe like that one right there. Maybe scoot it over. There you go. I didn't mean to put this right there. Huh. It's okay. We're going to go with pink over white, I guess. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to do the pink over the... Oh, I got a little bit of right there.
Whoa.
Yep, getting all crazy. It's really because of this airbrush, because it's on its last leg. It really is. All right, let's lay this. Should we do the same design there since we didn't get much? Let's do it. You're not even going to notice because it's on a different color. I like to run it long ways, though, just like that. Let's see. Not much of a difference with that orange, right? Looks pretty close to the same. It's because we're laying it over the same base color. A little more pink, but yeah, I could have done that a different color. Could have got more contrast out of it. Yeah, we can go purple here. You want to go purple here? Oh yeah, this airbrush is...
I'm gonna ask what part is worn out on it.
The seals go bad. The seals are going bad, and it's starting to bubble up into the cup. And if anything gets clogged, it makes it even worse. Like, I mean, you can see it right here. Here's, for instance. Yeah. It's just... It's getting old, brother. It's getting old. But still working. We're going to make it through this helmet. This is probably going to be the last job. This thing we'll see.
What can they win?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. They're going to win a helmet and some tape.
Yeah, but how?
How are they going to win?
How are they going to win? A trivia question.
Trivia?
Is this still considered trivia? I'm going to ask them something about something I've painted in the past.
Okay. But what? Then what? It's going to be just the first person to answer?
Yeah, it's going to be the first person to
Right?
answer a specific question about something that I painted. I just got to remember the correct question, the correct answer.
Okay.
And I know what I think. So we're going to do it right now because we're getting pretty close. We're like 10 minutes there. Is that what I said? Wait, let's figure out what we're doing right here on this, and then we'll do it.
Okay.
What do we got here that we haven't used, huh? I think we should stick with the... We'll stick with the same kind of animal print, and we'll go with this lizard, kind of a lizard belly kind of a print.
Someone asked if you have a line airbrush.
No. Nope. Iwata pretty much is the best in the game with that, unless you're going to go with Fritos.
Fritos or Oreos, whatever. Sweet or salty.
Ooh, I like
whatever
that.
you're
That looks.
See, you should have
looks
done purple in
good.
the
I
first
like
place.
that.
You should listen. Purple's a good color.
All right, we're getting closer. So the question, first one to answer. So we had a live last week, right? Last Thursday?
Yeah, every Thursday we have a live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the first person was to answer, what did we paint on the last live last Thursday? First one. You have to be in the U.S. though, man, because I can't really send this overseas. You got to be the first one from the U.S. that can answer. What was the last thing I painted? You can't remember?
No.
I didn't think I can remember either. Was it this?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, someone already got it. I see that. See it. Let's see. Serape blanket.
Serape. It turned out all right.
Yeah.
I got a lot of hate comments on that.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, people hated that thing.
Who gives a shit?
Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to hit this with I'm going to go ahead and leave that the white, and we're going to go back to black, and I'm going to hit this with a tiger print maybe. What do you think? There's the zebra. Is that tiger print in there? We got purple. We got purple. Now we need black. So we got a winner on that, right?
Yeah. Chase has got his long win.
So who's the winner? Who's the winner? Did you find that stencil or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one because it's close enough.
It looks like Darren.
Oh, he did?
Darren.
The same Darren?
He's a
Okay, well that's it. That's it. He won it. Can people see what I'm doing here? Let's see. Let's move this over a little bit. Using black base coat right now, and then I'll go ahead and maybe I'll hit the edges with that same purple that I did on the other one. A little tricky with that bill, kind of folding up right there. Let's see if I can get this in there to connect those two. Got the winner there? Oh, darn one. He done did it. Yeah, so hey, Darren, hit me up Instagram, or if you don't have Instagram, hit me up some way, either on the channel somehow, and we will get your information. Thanks for playing. Yeah, it is solid yellow. I think I am going to. I'll probably do paint splatter under there. Yeah. probably just take all the colors and maybe just dribble them on there. What do you think about that?
Yeah. All of them? Sure, that'd be cool.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Not dribble them, but
Drop them. Drip them.
yeah, because I don't want to like actually drip them. Like,
Splatter.
yeah, maybe more like a splatter. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's already. I got some blue in here. Just by rocking the trigger like that, I'm gonna get a lot of overspray. See, that probably should have been taped up better, just to let you know. Because look at that. Good thing is I know the owner of this helmet, which will be me. But that's not. You'd want to tape up back this way and probably tape it up if you were paying this for a customer or you planned on selling it. Don't do it like that.
Someone wants to know, they said they want to buy an airbrush gun. Can you recommend one for a beginner?
Yeah, this one I'm using right now. Not this one. This one sucks. But the same brand new. Neo. Or you can buy this one.
No.
You don't want this one. Okay, that's kind of working. Not really. I mean, we're getting some splatters. Bigger?
Bigger splatter than that.
Okay.
Someone once said a toothbrush.
Yeah. Oh, a toothbrush would work too. Yeah, a toothbrush. That's a great idea. Have a brush. A mixing brush.
Yeah.
And then, I think you just spray it off the edge.
Put it on there and then you go like this with bristles.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
But maybe like that, they said.
Okay.
I listened on the live.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I remember who told me to do that, but
Yeah, let me put some more reducer in this. So that's putting really small ones out. But let's see if we can get. Yeah, that works great for the small one. Fantastic. With the big ones, nah, not so much.
Huh? Oh, it was Austin who said to do it.
Tip
I
what?
listen, Austin.
See? I listen, Austin.
Huh? What do you think of this? Would it speed up the process a little bit with these? We're just playing around here. Let's check it out. Oh, that looks fine. Oh, it looks more like water drops.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do multiple colors.
Yeah, well, let's not get too crazy where it gets turns brown.
Mm-hmm. You could just accidentally spill it on there again. That
I
works.
could do that too. That might still happen. I think I said I was going to take the same purple and outline some of this as well.
Somebody asked if that stencil comes with a set, but I think if they're asking about that water up one, it does.
No, this one does not. Nope. Oh yeah, that looks good. That fade around that looks great. That looks like a mess, really. I'm gonna do some orange, and then we'll see what it looks like.
Someone said spill some paint and push around with air.
Okay.
Someone wants to know the best way to achieve vintage aging.
I'm working on that, actually. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, I'm not going to get too crazy. Let's push that one out a little bit. We will end up making that thing turn brown. All right, let's go ahead and pull the tape on this and see what this thing's going to look like. So that looks nice. That purple really saved our butt as far as giving that a solid line on the other side. Yeah, I'll do the drop shadows, but I'll show how I do those. I'll do another edited video. It'll come out tomorrow. It'll probably be like a 2 or 3 minute video that'll show those drop shadows. But basically, I would just take black paint, maybe put a little bit of white in it, and then over reduce it, and then create some shadows. That definitely makes a huge difference. That one. Okay. A couple more right here. Pull off that bottom. Coronavirus down here. That's what it looks like.
Can't wait to see it clear.
Yeah, once it's with clear, it looks phenomenal. That actually looks really good right there too. With now that the pinstripes are showing, it cleans it up. Just tape off my hands, and we'll kind of. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and shoot this with. I won't do it now. We'll go ahead and do it once you're out of here, Ashley. But I'll hit this with a couple of coats with the car rep spray paint clear coat. Since it's just a helmet, I feel comfortable doing that. But there it is. Probably the most important thing to learn was the fact that I planned on the logo going up over top of these particular colors. So I kind of laid out those colors in a way that kind of had a blend. I probably could have left this a little more yellow up here to have that more of a blend. You could plan it out a little better if you wanted to, but hopefully you learned a couple of things today. Appreciate y'all tuning in every week. Thank you for the support. And then also a couple people that want helmets, right? Helmets and some tape and some other stuff. So hit me up on those if you guys won. And if not, I will see you guys next week. And there will be, like I said, I'll make a quick 2 or 3 minute video about this thing that if you want to watch that as well, you'll see that come up tomorrow. But thanks again for watching. See you next time.
Bye, guys.